Hi there! I'm Eliza motherfucking Pancakes, your delightful hostess with the mostest for What's in the Fucking Bag. As you can see, I'm wearing a mask. You know, I think most people should wear masks because they're fucking ugly! Anyway, we have a very special guest for tonight's episode. So special, in fact, that it's a first ever, and I'm gonna get right back to it after the jump. Fucking Cookie, what are you doing here, girl? I thought for sure you were gonna make it all the way to the end and probably win. How come you're here already and so close to the finale? What happened? Well, Eliza, sometimes there's things that happen, you know, there's scenarios behind the scenes that take place that happen without your consent, without your control, and this is just one of those times, you know. I hate to rely on these excuses, but literally there is nothing that I could do that could have changed the outcome of my elimination. There's just nothing that I could have done. Well, it seems like your first mistake there, Mint, was actually reporting your injury to the medical staff. Like, seriously, just put some icy hot on it, wrap it up, and call it a fucking day. Like, that is what got your ass eliminated. Because those people, your medical person, sold your ass out. The nurse or whoever sold you out, Mint. OMG. Oh, Gagarenas, unite. Like, you are the first eliminated queen who is disqualified. Like, how does that feel, Min? I mean, it's such a big, like, honor, but, like, at the same time, it's like, wow, that's what I'm being remembered for being disqualified, for being injured. And I thought you would have been disqualified for, like, I don't know, like, sabotaging the runway, or, like, pushing a queen over the stage, something like that. But, I mean, it's kind of sickening when you think about it. Well, Eliza, I have to confess, I had made the mistake a while ago. In fact, I made the mistake of confiding within Kimberly and Moxa Mathers. So there were already two other contestants who were aware of my physical situation, you know, the injury I had sustained during the episode 2 workout challenge. So if I had not gone forward, there was a chance that one of those two queens would have gone forward in my stead and would have, you know, as you put it, sold me out. I personally don't think Moxie would have done that. Kimberly, she's a little sneak, so who could tell, you know, with the British and all that. So, Min, it seems like you had quite the tumultuous run on Season 3. You feuded with every queen under the age of 30. Like, you feuded with Damiana, I believe you fired shots at Retsu, and Cute was like your nemesis, if not just your rival. Like, what's the story with that? Like, I know you kind of explained it on, like, you know, the times when Morgan would ask, who should go home today and why? And, like, you know, it was pretty evident, your thoughts. But what's the mindset behind that? Well, Eliza, it's like I said in, you know, each of those segments. People accuse me of unfairly targeting and lashing out at Cute and the other younger queens, you know, for calling them twinks, calling them immature, amateurists, assuming they shot back glares. Look, at the end of the day, drag is an art form. Okay, you're not going to go up to the Mona Lisa and spit on it. You're not going to go up to any of those, you know, wonderful Kaufman paintings. Kaufman? Warhol, the guy with the hair. Yeah, Warhol. You're not going to go up to any of those Andy Warhol works of art and, like, you know, grade it on the same scale as, you know, a Lisa Frank coloring book. Okay, it's timeless art. It's tradition. When I see younger queens who look like they haven't even taken their first sewing course in college, parading around in clothes I know you can get off the rack at Bargain Barn, it really kind of rubs me the wrong way, thinking those are 2, 3, 4 slots in the competition. And she said slots, not sluts. Thank you, Liza. 4 slots that could have been taken up by more professional seasoned queens who would have stood a chance. I'm honestly shocked that Tamron Rashad left when she did. And that was very much a case of scripting. It was a scripted exit, absolutely. It was story writing. She could have gone further, but there was a story going there, and we all know what happened to the person who sent her home. So, you know, let's talk about that sometime if you want. Yeah, speaking of scripts, plots, what is the deal with your feud with Cute? I know what you just said. I listened, I heard it, although I'll be honest, some of it kind of went one ear and out the other. Why single Cute out? I mean, I get it, the fans are kind of like, oh, you're like attacking the younger, skinnier, cuter queen, blah blah blah, this is unfair, it happens like every season. Why Cute? Specifically. Like, you made your point the first time Morgan asked the question, who should go home? And I know you said something to the effect of drag is like a sacred art form, blah blah blah, we should gatekeep it. Yay for gatekeeping. It kind of feels like it's more personal than that, Min. Like, I mean, is that true? Would you care to elaborate on that? I will be honest, Eliza, I feel like there might have been some projection on my part against Cute. I did not have any personal grudges against her. I think her drag, while basic, is very charming. I think she's very charming as a queen. I think that she's going to open a lot of doors for younger queens. I think her drag is accessible. I'm not trying to take her down a notch. I'm not trying to tear her down. I know it sounds like, oh, you're giving backhand compliments. Accessibility is not a bad thing. I think a lot of amateur beginning queens in drag can take a page from Cute's saga on this season and think, I can do that, but I'm going to do one up better. I mean, look at season 1. You think season 1 is as polished as season 3? I don't think so. And that's where all of us queens here in this universe got our start, was on season 1. Now, with that being said, going back to the projection thing, Cute reminded me a lot of myself when I was younger. And I still have insecurity. I'm an adult, I can admit that, and I feel like I might have judged her too harshly and unfairly, and I just kept it going for TV time. For the cameras were going. I wasn't going to go anywhere until I was going to go home for my injury. I was told that much, so I may as well give some entertainment. And if Cute takes it personally, Cute, I'm sorry. Let's hash it out. Let's go to brunch or something sometime. Go shopping. Not at Claire's. Yeah, it's nothing personal. It's for more a storyline than anything. And I'm sorry if I'm not being kayfabe about it, but it's honest to God the truth. You know, I think she's a fantastic person. I think she's a fantastic queen. In the competition, I still hold that I feel like she could have used some more time in the pot to marinade before going to the big stage. And I think that was a problem with a lot of earlier queens. Take Caliente, for example, in season 1. I think that she's the trope namer of the Caliente queen, or a last minute save. I think it easily could have been her instead of Crow in that position. Shadow. Oh, my mistake. Shadow. And I feel like production knew, the judges knew, the queens knew Caliente is a dancing queen. If she were going up against Icy, who's a fantastic ball queen, a pageant queen, has looks for days. If she were to go up against toe-to-toe someone like Caliente, who was a confirmed assassin at that point, she would have gone home. With Crow or Shadow, it was more unknown. And I feel like making a three-way win at that time was a save. With Cute, they brought her ass back to the stage immediately after eliminating her. Poor Damiana, that assassination counted towards nothing. But in the end, it worked out. The season did not blow up in flames. Maybe my run did the very next episode, but I was prepared to lip sync, absolutely. If I had to go against Twink or Moxie or Kimberly, I still would have done it. Ankle be damned. That's just my feeling on the whole season, the whole situation. I just felt like Cute and a lot of the other younger queens we're making it there for plot reasons, not really based on talent. And I know that's going to sound like an insult. It's not. It's just an observation on my part. So speaking of Up in Flames, the next episode, which was the episode you went home on, Queen Peaks, a tribute to one of my favorite sitcoms ever. I mean, let's face it, the acting, the direction. It was totally a sitcom, not a drama. Okay, maybe it's a dramedy. Anyway, I thought that you stood out a bit. Okay, you weren't like Moxie's character, you weren't Lapis's character. Let's circle back to that in a second. How do you feel about Season 1 Queens and Season 2 Queens being asked to come back to do Queen Peaks instead of just assigning multiple roles to Season 3 Queens? Does it kind of feel like it took away from your chance to possibly score a win and stay? Like, or do you feel like your ankle would have screwed you over anyway? Or perhaps maybe the medical intern that ratted you out was going to screw you over anyway? That's an interesting question there, Eliza. Like I said, I do feel like my ankle, one way or the other, was going to sell me out, or the PA, whatever. On that note, I do feel like those roles could have and should have been assigned to fellow Season 3 Queens. It could have offered more time in the spotlight. It could have been a bigger chance. Don't get me wrong, Cute's performance in that was really good, as was Moxie's. I feel like if Cute didn't win, Moxie should have won. If Lapis were competing this season, she should have won. Velveta was hilarious. Again, these are roles that could have gone to fellow Season 3 Queens. I'm not necessarily speaking about myself. I was content with the role that I got. Okay, I'm going to be honest. I'm a bad actress. I'm a bad actor. I'm someone that you call in to be in the background, not in the foreground, okay? So I am not necessarily talking about my own role. I mean, Kimberly could have got more parts. Pavo could have got more parts. Damiana could have got more parts. At the end of the day, when you think about it, those roles that went to Season 1 and 2 Queens, like you said, could have been assorted to Season 3 Queens. Probably could have helped. At the end of the day, if you can't act that well, then the one role is what you got anyway, because if you're bad, you're bad. You know, multiple roles ain't going to reflect that, I don't think. Alright, and on that note, on the same episode 8, Queen Peaks, let's talk about your looks. Mint, are you prepared to jump into the bag? Let's see what you brought. What's in your bag? Now, this look here, gorgeous, lovely pink dress that shimmers. I'm not seeing too much in the way of accessories right away with this one, Mint, but just right out the gate, it looks gorgeous. It very much looks like a Season 1 Galaxia dress. I think that she wore in her original entrance, and she wore recently to the finale. I think this dress is so mean. I love it. Do you care to talk about this dress? What was it going to be used for? This dress here was going to be my Hollywood high fashion look, which I believe was the final runway of Season 3, because there was a reunion which was also in the same... It wasn't filmed the same day, but it was packed in that same episode/challenge. I don't believe there were multiple runways for that. I could be mistaken. Okay, cameraman, what are you doing? Oh, that was weird. Let me get back on point to that. Yeah, so this was going to be my Hollywood high fashion look. And you mentioned the lack of accessories. It is true. I wasn't going to wear the long sleeve gloves. I feel like a lot of queens do that. I wasn't going to wear jewelry like a big dripping necklace. This dress does not need that. It doesn't want or need any of those things. It speaks for itself. When you see Mint Cookie walking down that runway wearing this gown, you know she's serving it. You know she doesn't need earrings the size of chandeliers. She doesn't need a necklace the size of a log chain to get the point across. That's a very interesting analogy. I like that. What would you have done for the shoes? I would have worn glittering pink shoes or white, because white goes with pink really well. I assume your nails would have been done? Oh, absolutely. You know, Mint Cookie is not leaving the house without her nails done, hun. Yes, I would have done nails, lipstick, the makeup. My hair probably would have been long and blonde. Pink lips. I want to go with a dusky pink or something to that effect with the makeup. I want to look homogeneous with the dress. I want the dress to be in the foreground along with myself, because I'm revolving my features around the dress, if that makes sense. Oh, absolutely. That totally makes sense. I just wish this mannequin would show the shoes, but unfortunately. I like this look. I know it's been used a lot, but I like it. You know it's a good look when so many queens use it, and that is a good look, Mint. Let's circle back to our earlier topic of scripts and storylines. Heretic. Heretic is the queen, the drag niece of Tamra Rashad. Sent her ass home in episode 3 of season 3. And kind of, it was like she had no story up to the point she went home. Then she had to circle back to her drag aunt's comments about her not being ready yet. And it kind of like came to fruition when it was like, look, Morgan was like, look, you and Damiana are the two assassins of this competition at this point. There's going to be 2 lip syncs. There's going to be 4 queens lip syncing. 2 of you are going to be going home tonight. I think the shock of that got to her, and she was like, I can't do this. I'm tapping out. And we did discuss this on her episode. Do you have any thoughts on that, Mint? Like, kind of compared to your storyline ending and all that? Yes, I think that a lot of the times, and we are told within the first, like, 2 episodes. So that's about 2 episodes is about a week. We're told within the first week, so about 5 to 7 days, who production wants in the top 5. Okay, now the top 5 could be anybody. It's not as close a gap as top 3. When I had originally auditioned, and I made the shortcut, the short list, I mean, for season 1, I was told right out the gate, Mint, you've got it. You've got the look. You've got the attitude. You got the style. You've got the experience. We want you for top 3. Top 3, Eliza. Not top 5, top 3. I did not know who any of the other girls were. We were all in the dark. I was notified when, like, less than a week before season 1 started filming that I did not make the final cut. And I was like, okay, that's fine. There'll be future seasons, which of course there were. I do wonder if it was a storyline issue. If you look at the season 1 top 4, okay, Galaxia, Lapis, Caliente, Shadow. Caliente and Shadow didn't have any beef. Caliente and Galaxia's beef was kind of squashed by Galaxia herself. I think it was in episode 6 or 7. She honestly didn't give 2 shits about it and shut it down right then and there. Shadow had ongoing beef with Lapis, and I could tell immediately when she brought it up again, holding out for an apology, expecting one, etc. That was a camera trick. That was a TV trick to get more TV time. It's the oldest trick in the reality TV book. I don't know if Lapis is used to reality TV that much before doing season 1. And you could tell she was like a deer caught in the headlights. Like, that was their story. Season 1, as you can tell, they were still going with the original idea of it being like the real world, drag queens trapped in a house together. And then they kind of were like, oh, let's do the runway, let's do it like RuPaul's Drag Race. Because at this point, Drag Race had been out for like a decade at this point. So, I mean, why not, right? So, coming back to season 3, yes, Heretic, absolutely. I mean, it was no question. Her and Tamron were cast together for the same reasoning. They were cast on the same show, on the same season, for that fact. For that very fact, because one's the drag aunt, the other's the drag niece. There's going to be conflict. Unfortunately, the conflict wasn't really all that TV worthy. It was just Cameron made some shady comments about I think she should go home because she's not ready, which is a low blow. It's a arrow through the heart regardless of who you are. I mean, there's no two ways about it. And then Heretic's storyline, like you said, I do know on season 3, episode 6. I believe, in fact, Hera was with me on my team on the Stranger Looks, the Don't Be a Stranger video. It was myself, Hera, and Tawny. Tawny stole the show, and she deserved that win, that top 2 lip sync, absolutely. Like I said, I'm a bad actress. Hera had lines. They were cut. The reasoning being is she's not a good actress either. She fumbled her lines. She would talk like this, like she's talking really quiet and low, and production couldn't pick it up. So there's, okay, just be pretty. You're a very pretty girl, so just do what you're doing. Build the sandcastle, be pretty. We'll have Tawny do all. And I didn't get that much talking either, because they had to do multiple shoots with both of us. Tawny is just a natural talker, a natural actress, and so she deservedly stole that show. So yes, there are scripts. Everything is scripted. There are stories. My story came to an end when it did, because look at episode 8. There's 9 episodes. A 9-episode season. This penultimate episode. 3 queens going home. We still had 8 fucking queens. When has that ever happened? So it was going to be a double elimination regardless. It was just a double elimination disqualification because I was hiding an injury for that. So, am I disappointed I went when I did? Yes. I'm sure Heretic's even more disappointed when she left when she did, because I feel like her storyline was she's an assassin, and I feel like who knows how it would have been. Her leaving really was unscripted, by the way. We were all like, what? You can't leave. You're an assassin. You're like Damiana. You got to show these girls out. You know, you got to send Q home. You got to send, well, Damiana, no one was going to send her home. They had no plans of sending her home until when she did. Yeah. So, sorry to ramble on. It's just a mess. When there's excuse me, when there's an odd duck like that, a variable like Ben Della Creme quitting, well, kind of like Heretic quitting, it throws a monkey wrench in production's plans, and they have to improvise. So Damiana had to lip sync twice against 2 different queens. Was for naught though. Cute came right back. Delilah Devereaux Dupree came right back. They didn't film her original. You notice that they filmed her. They reused her original entrance and just dubbed over it, because they knew they weren't getting rid of her. She had 2 wins. Why waste someone with 2 wins like that? So it's really interesting to see where storylines go, Eliza, because I feel like I probably could have made it further. I feel like I got off easy being disqualified with an injury rather than being forced to lip sync against, I don't know, someone like Voila being sent home. I mean, that would have been terrible. I mean, did you see her lip sync? She can't lip sync to save her life. She can't scream suey if the pig got her. You know, that's how bad she was. And I was prepared to lip sync that episode. I'm sure Hera was prepared to lip sync, but ultimately chose to bow out. And that's all because of storylines, mostly. So, before we get too much out of time, let's switch over to this gorgeous blue dress right over here. I love, 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 love this look. Look at this gorgeous blue sequins. Looks almost like a peacock's feathers. The shoes. Honey. Mint cookie. Oh my god. You would look like a Vegas review girl in this. What is the story behind this look? Well, this would have been worn for the finale lip sync. I had a completely different dress. I know people are probably thinking when you saw that earlier, you're probably thinking, oh, that's probably what she was going to wear for the episode 8 lip sync. No. This was going to be for the lip sync for the crown, had I made it that far. I did have a dress actually all underneath the mask and everything, prepared. It was going to be a reveal. I was going to lip sync with the mask and everything, and it was this green, wavy green dress. I had a wig reveal too. I had a shorter wig and all that, because I was under the impression that I was going to have to lip sync, but of course we all know how that went, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. This dress is very simple. It's pretty much a recolor of Pavo's dress that she wore. She actually has two different dresses. People think that the dress that she wore in the promo is the same dress that she wore in the finale. Isn't it the same dress, though? The promo dress she wore was red, was it not? No, it was pink. And the final lip sync dress was also pink. Oh, I'm thinking, okay, right. She had, no, what she did was she has two dresses. Yes, you're right. She wore the pink promo dress for the finale lip sync. She has a red version, which I think she loaned to Damiana or Cute. I'm trying to think. I'm not entirely sure. This dress, by the same designer, I brought with me when I was coming for the show. You know, we had a list of things to bring. Every drag queen every season gets a list of things. The shoes are very old. I've had these shoes probably since when I started drag. The dress is brand new. It was the last thing I bought before I packed my bags and went, you know, sequestering for the show. It's very lightweight, very aerodynamic, very easy to wear, no stress on your shoulders or on your girls there in the front. This would have been perfect to wear for a finale lip sync. So, as far as accessories, Mint, what would you have worn? I'm assuming big hair with this look. Oh, honey, absolutely big hair. Big hair. I just don't think short hair... Well, I guess short hair could work. You could turn it into like a cutesy flapper girl type of thing. I always think like big hair. Big hair, go wild. Don't go mild, go wild. So, I had this big, wild, messy blonde... Just looks like a bush. Like a hedge, someone's hedge. Was going to wear that. Again, like with the other one, no accessories. Because I'm going to be shaking, I'm going to be jiving and jumbling up and down that stage. I don't need earrings, necklaces flying up, hit me in the face. I don't need my bracelets to go flying off into the stage. So I just keep it simple. K-I-S-S, kiss. Keep it simple, stupid. And that's what this look accomplishes. Just picture this with big, wild, blonde hair, and there you go. Finale lip sync for the crown look. So, it's almost time for the show to end, but I'm really curious to hear what you're going to say about that episode 8 lip sync. So, Mint, before we end, why don't you close us out with that little anecdote? So, we were told, we queens, at the beginning of the season, we're given a list of lip sync songs. It's about like 100 or so songs. Of course, not everyone is going to be used. One of the songs that was picked was I Do Both Jay and Jane. And it's a very old song. I have lip synced and danced to it. At the original preliminary, like the whole like testing to see which queens are good back when Terra Ryzing was originally going to be in the season. I know Hera talked about that on her episode. I lip-synced the house down Boots to that song. And I lip-synced against both Cute and Damiana. And I was awarded the winner of that lip-sync. I had a very good reason to suspect that was going to be the lip-sync song. I had my reveal and everything. Like I said, it was a short-cropped green dress to match the main outfit. It was kind of like more of a lime color, because that outfit, you remember, was more emerald green. And guess what? I got the cut. Because of your ankle. Because of my ankle. Well, actually, probably more likely because of the PA. So there you have it. Wow! Wow, what an Aesop, everyone. So, the lesson to take from today's episode is don't seek professional medical help. Put on some fucking Icy Hot, put a wrap around it, and call it a day. Because who knows, you might be able to lip sync and win. Of course, there is the option of potentially losing the crown at disqualification when the judges find out that you had an injury this whole time and could be held liable. Yeah, So I'm going to go ahead and close this out. Come join us next time as I and my special guests, Howard Hughes and Marilyn Manson, duke it out in a Jean Benet lookalike contest to determine the weirdest of all time. And cut. I said cut. Cut the goddamn